There's a saying in the industry basically that all bodybuilders that obviously choose to go the enhanced route in their bodybuilding, they're all dealing with health issues, and the older they get, the more it comes out basically. So they have enlarged hearts, kidney problems, liver problems. Something is wrong with basically all of them. Would you agree or disagree with that?
I can't agree with that because I have no evidence to know that every single older bodybuilder has issues. I know plenty that don't. Well, I shouldn't say that. I don't have evidence that they're perfect either. I don't know. I mean, the longer you do things, the more risk you're at. But I also know guys that have taken like testosterone for 30 years and they have no issues. Mm-hmm. There's a difference between taking enough to elicit an effect versus just pile drive in huge doses. Mm-hmm. And that is going to catch up with you, and that's going to catch up with you. And I do think in the next couple of years you're going to see more people having major problems, specifically with their kidneys, because the one thing I will say, and people can disagree with me on this all they want, I do think the coaching now promotes much heavier drug use than it did previous. Not to say that all the guys in the earlier generations took little to nothing. I'm not saying that. Of course, there was the Nassers that took a lot, but I've talked to a lot of those guys. They're still very healthy, and they would tell me, this is what I did, this is what I did. And you look at what the guys do now. I'll give you an example. Like you look at one of the popular drugs back in the 90s was an ampule called Parabol, and it was in France. It was made by a company called Negma. It came in these 1.5 milliliter ampules. Each milliliter had 76 milligrams of trenbolone in it. Okay, most of the guys would take the last 6 weeks 2 ampules of that a week. So that's 76 times 2. Mm-hmm. The hardcore guys would take 3. So, now we're up around 225, 230 milligrams a week. And now you got these young coaches telling guys, you need to take a gram of tren every week for 12 weeks straight. That's common in some of these younger coaches. So you got these younger coaches that I don't know if they're truly that stupid and they don't understand that you can get real far with a little bit lower dose, mm-hmm. or whether they're so dead set on trying to be famous that they're willing to just kill people in the process. Mm. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know if they're so hungry to get a reputation, to be a guru, or it's just they're truly that dumb. I don't really know the difference. Mm-hmm. I will say this too, everybody's a little different. Some people need a little bit more, some people need a little bit less, but what I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt is there are a lot of people out there that could do just fine if they back their doses down a little bit. I feel very good about saying that.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about natural bodybuilding? There's a few organizations that basically, they do drug testing, mandatory drug testing. There's a thing called Natural Olympia. We're actually making a film right now covering that side of the industry. How do you feel about it? But then, when I talk to a lot of the guys, from the mainstream bodybuilding, they say, well, we don't want to see that. You know what I mean? Like, how do you look at what is your take on it?
Well, if you check out my YouTube channel, you'll see a lot of natural videos because I like to talk about the natural side of this. Mm-hmm. I trained many years natural. I had a 500-pound squat naturally as a teenager. Wow. I had a really good base. So there's a lot that I like to talk about with natural bodybuilding. So first of all, are they really natural? I mean, at the Team U for many years, they had guys winning that were taking testosterone suspension all the way up till the end, taking growth hormone all the way through, things that you couldn't detect. They knew when to kind of pull. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that I think everybody knows that. So just because someone says it's a natural show doesn't mean it really is. There's ways to beat a polygraph test that's been written and publicized in many different publications. So the first question is, are they really natural? Mm-hmm. That's the first question. And what I see in a lot of the natural organizations is, what I really like seeing is I see guys sometimes that are shredded. I see some guys that are just as shredded as the IFBB guys. They're just not real big, but they're shredded. And I think to myself, the first thing that goes through my head is that is damn impressive because they're not throwing T3 and Clen and all this stuff. But they're, a pro bodybuilder can just say, oh, I'll just take more T3 or I'll just take more Clen and I'll burn the fat off. A natural guy can't do that. He has to actually think. And this is one of the reasons why I respect a lot of the coaches that coach natural guys, because they have to think. They have to actually solve problems. They can't just throw drugs at something. So I have a tremendous respect for natural bodybuilding. At the same time, it's very unrealistic to tell naturals that they can be as big as IFBB guys. It just ain't going to happen. But you can still look awesome. You can still look fantastic. You can still get chiseled. You just won't be as big. But, that's provided they really are natural. So I think when you go to some of these natural shows, you got to kind of wonder, I don't know about that. I don't know if that guy's really natural. How does he have gyno when he's natural? I know some people have it naturally, but it just makes you wonder, right?